Hey guys, in today's reading, we look at the hot piping tea on your person. Let's see what's going on with them. And it's inspired by one of my new decks. Well, I'm saying new, my recently acquired decks, Curiosity, right? So all these are new decks that I'll be using today, as in acquired within the last week. And two you've never seen me use before. Okay, so fresh energy. All right, let's get some significators for your person, their energy towards you, and then we're gonna get the hot piping tea. All right, the energy underneath the deck is the hair, and the hair is about cycles. Okay, so it feels like everything is changing in your person's life. This is a card number 31, which reduces to 4. And 4 is about foundation. So the very core of a person's foundation is changing. And they're getting wiser because of it, right? All this hair, and hair is a symbol of wisdom. Okay? So their whole life is changing. And I don't know if because it's changing, they're gaining wisdom from it, or it's because they're integrating wisdom that their life is changing. So it's I don't know if it's a chicken and egg scenario, chicken before the egg scenario, or egg before the chicken. I don't know. What I do know is everything is catalyzing in your person's life, and they're all the benefit, and spirits letting us know that they are heading towards spiritual, emotional, and physical abundance because of it. Now, let's see your person's energy towards you. So everything is changing in their life, and the energy towards you is freedom. When they think about you, they think about freedom. And it could be the way you live your life, right? You don't give up beep, 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 about what society's rules are, right? You're not going to be confined by society's little boxes and limiting beliefs about what people should do and what people can't do. In fact, they think that you're here on this earth plane at this time to challenge the establishment, to challenge the matrix, and to break free of it. And I think your person admires you for that. I think sometimes you scare your person with that mission. And I also think sometimes they envy the freedom that you enjoy. But your freedom comes directly from the choices that you choose to make. It's not something that's given to you. You make those choices. You live with the consequences, whatever the consequences are. It might be criticism, it might be censure, it might be judgment, right? It might be the loss of, family members' affection, the way people look at you, but you don't care because at the end of the day, you know you want to be you. Now, let's look at the hot piping tea about your person. So they are awestruck by you because you are living the life that they can only dream of. Energy underneath the deck, numbing out. Okay. So for some of you guys, the hot piping tea is that your person, they may have relapsed. Okay. So for some of you, your person may have already had some sort of habit that they were working on. It certainly could be substances. We did see that person with some alcohol there, and it feels like they might be overindulging. So whatever it is that your person does, whether they, binge video games or, you know, some sort of sexual addiction or shopping, overspending, gambling, whatever it is, Spirit's letting you know it feels like they're dipping back into that numbing bag because things aren't going the way they thought it would. Okay? Everything is changing and it feels like too much too soon. Okay, what's the hot tea? We have status symbol. Someone's chasing symbols instead of substance and wondering why it still feels empty. So we're getting insight as to why your person is numbing out right now. They don't feel fulfilled in their life. They thought that chasing after the dream, whichever country's dream that is, chasing after the dream and, wearing all these brands and keeping up with the Joneses and all, they thought that this would bring them happiness. Okay? Acquiring everything that society tells you you need to acquire to be successful. They thought that that would make them happy, and it's not. And for some of them, they've pumped their whole life's energy. They've made sacrifices to get where they are. And now that they're on top of their game, they realize it's not where they want to be. So they're experiencing some sort of existential crisis. And for some of them, they can't handle it. So they're just trying to detach from the reality that they have created. All right, what's the hot tea? We have a trusted friend. And we have, there's no mask here, just the rare kind of connection where someone can be 100% real. So what are we getting? Your person has a confidant. There is somebody that they trust explicitly, and this person is helping them to figure shit out by being their little sounding board. So let's ask Spirit, what are they discussing with this person? What exactly in your person's life isn't working out, and what's making them feel so empty? And we have here their emotions. Okay, emotions and intellect. All right, let's see. So they're bearing their heart to this person. What's in their heart right now? What are they confiding to this friend? We have here the magician. What are they telling their friend? They're ready for something new. They're ready for something different, and it's already in the works. We have here the spider. And the spider is about creative energy. When we think about the webs that spiders design and spin, it's very intricate. Okay, so I feel like they're already creating a new life for themselves, but the old life, right, the tangle web that they wove from before still has them ensnared. So it looks like, they're already on their way into something new, but the old still has them attached. Let's see what else. What else are they confiding in this friend? We have here the crone, and this is the lovers. Now this is you, right? This is the wise woman, okay? And you might be older than your person as well. So they're talking about you, how wise you are, how you may have foreseen some of the challenges that they're experiencing right now. You may have given your person a prophetic word. I see the sword in your hand. You may have given them a prophetic word, but they chose to take that path of shadow anyway. So they're talking about you, right? How they should have listened to you, and that they would be in a different position in life today had they only trusted what you were saying. But they had to go out off on their own journey and find out for themselves. What else are they telling this person? We have here thought. Okay. Um, they're thinking about you. And they're telling this person like they can't seem to get you off of their mind. They're mesmerized um by you. And I also get that she's looking here into this magical bowl, and it's like she's getting insight or is able to see there's some way that there's some method that your person is doing or is using to spy on you at this time. For some of them, it could be looking at your social media, but for others of you, it feels like some sort of spiritual lurking or spying that this person is doing right now. Okay? They're doing, I don't know if they are doing some sort of astral travel or remote viewing, that there's something that they're doing to keep an eye on you. I don't know if some of them, are so advanced as to send monitoring spirits, but there's some way that they are keeping track of you. Okay? What else are they telling this confidant? What else are they telling this confidant? They're making some confessions about the past. Okay, so I think they're telling this confidant that they messed up. They were juggling you, and if it looks like many other things in their life. It doesn't necessarily have to be another person, but it could have been a demanding job, and it looks like you always got last place in their life, or demanding family members, whatever it is, right? You never had priority in this person's life, and they regret that. They regret that, especially as you're not showing up in their life like you used to. All right, let's see. What's the hot pipe into any person? We have wedding day. There's a wedding going on. Okay, for some of you guys, this person might be planning to marry you. And for others of you, there's a message here that your person might be taking the next level um, in another relationship. Okay, at this time, they might be leveling up or taking another relationship to the next level. Okay, going from me to we. So some of you guys, there might even be a secret wedding going down. Okay, right now, let's pull some cards in that spirit. Tell us about this wedding day. What's going on here? And we have the Empress. This person is seriously thinking about marrying you. Their fantasies have evolved from the sexual into the very romantic. They're thinking about planting seeds with you or in you. I don't know. Right? This is their fantasy now. It's about having a life with you. They're seriously thinking about marrying you because they feel like a life with you is going to be abundant. But this is something that they're keeping close to their chest. You see this chipmunk, this squirrel here, right? And you know how they hide their nuts? This is something that is being hidden from everyone else, but this is their secret fantasy. They're seriously thinking about marrying you. What's the hot tea? What's this? We have fighting. Okay? This person, they could be engaged in a lot of hostilities in their life. Maybe they've had some falling out with people that are closest to them, so they're kind of on the offensive or defensive at this time. Okay, but this could also be them fighting for this relationship. Spirit, please clarify. What is this about? We have here healing. This person is fighting for this relationship. Wow. They're fighting. This person is fighting for this relationship and this dream that they have. It looks like they've had some sort of spiritual insight into your relationship, some sort of download here. And they are operating by faith. And faith is leading them to fight for this connection. They are seriously thinking about marrying you. Now, based on what we're seeing here, what can be expect will be your person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. What are they doing? Okay. We have here the Father, and this is a card number. This is the Hierophant in this deck. Okay. So again, marriage, soul connections, and this person here is deep in thought. So they're still going to be ruminating on this fantasy that they want to bring into this reality. And we have here the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles, she's the wifey. So they seem fixated on this marriage or wedding idea. They feel like it is their destiny. This is the Wheel of Fortune, right? They feel like this is their destiny, okay? And they feel like a life with you is going to be heaven on earth, and that's all they're going to be thinking about. So I'm not seeing any action, but I do see you haunting their every waking thought. Because this person, they want to be with you. They want to be with you. What's Spirit's advice for you in this situation? What's Spirit's advice for you in this situation? We have here the rhinoceros, and this talks about moderation. All right, so Spirit say, hey, don't get carried away, especially if this person comes and tries to love bomb you. This is not a time for you to shift your position. It's time for you to stay still and steady. Okay? This person has a lot of things to sort out in their life, okay, in order to provide some sort of stable foundation on which this connection can grow. Okay, so right now, don't get carried away with their fantasies, or don't get carried away with the love bombing that they might come forward with. Don't let them sell you a dream. Let them create the stability and then approach you with that. Okay? All right, my love. So that was a reading. I hope that was helpful. Take care.